If you've ever walked away from a conversation thinking, what just happened? This is why. You try to explain yourself, and somehow the conversation gets flipped, minimized, or shut down completely. And you leave feeling obviously confused, like maybe you said something wrong. Let's talk about the core idea. But here's the shift. They're not confused. They're avoiding the conversation. Let's talk about 3 common shutdown tactics. 1, the you're too sensitive move. You bring up something real that maybe hurt your feelings or upset you just to clear the air. And suddenly it's about your reaction instead of what actually happened, because they don't want to talk about it, because it might implicate them. It might cause them to take some blame. The purpose is to dismiss or redirect you, to essentially say, hey, look over there. And most importantly, to avoid accountability. 2, the topic switch. You're talking about one thing and suddenly you have to defend something entirely different than what they were initially talking about. The purpose in this is obviously to derail you, to keep you from your train of thought, and to essentially redirect you or deflect you into something else, confuse you, or probably most effective would be to exhaust you or exasperate you, to get you off that trail. 3, the tone attack. Instead of responding to what you said, they focus on how you said it. And if anyone knows, the message is the most important part. The tone is secondary. And the purpose is to shift the focus, to make you self-monitor and self-conscious in whatever you say, so that you won't fully be willing to take that step again. And to avoid the substance of the communication, because they clearly do not want to take accountability. They do not want to acknowledge your feelings. They don't want to collaborate or provide input in the conversation, because they're already over it. They've already decided that they're past it, that it's over, and that it doesn't matter to them, or it's insignificant, which is even worse. So the realization moment. When the conversation keeps changing, the truth never actually gets addressed. It's still there, unresolved, likely in your gut, likely in your psyche, likely in your mind, and you are the one that paid not only the cost of admission, but you're likely going to continue facing that cost of admission until you work through it on your own, because they're not willing to do that for you. Let's talk about the legal lens. It's like being in a courtroom where the question keeps changing. Of course, if you are the defendant, your attorney is going to object to that because it's not fair, right? That's not the question that was asked. That's not the question that was asked. Your Honor, tell the defense attorney to ask one question at a time, an irrelevant question. You can't get a clear answer because the rules aren't being followed. Let's talk about the emotional reframe. You're not bad at communicating. You've been taught to stay in conversations where the goal was never understanding or reaching a mutual understanding as 2 individuals having an honest, open conversation. Confusion is often a sign you're being redirected, not that you're wrong. So the blame is not on you in this particular case. Give yourself a break, give yourself some grace. In part 2, I'll show you exactly what to say when this happens, because awareness is only half of it. Thank you for tuning in to Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress. And I hope that this gave you some insight, and I hope you'll come back and see us again soon. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for part 2, dropping it here shortly. Thanks so much for your support. It means a lot to me. Hope you have a great day.